don't know. And then the last story I want to talk about, I got to pull this up on my bookmarks because this was really interesting. From Sin Bin Vegas.
Yeah.
Do you remember Robin Lehner?
Yes, I do.
Pretty solid goalie, right?
Yeah.
Robin Lehner is filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Really?
Linked to his ownership of an exotic snake farm in Missouri.
Interesting.
I mean, we know hockey players are eccentric, but like, cool. Right? The filing lists Lehner's liability between $10 and $50 million.
Oh my God. That is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And lists the same lending agency that was sued in Evander Kane's bankruptcy. Wow. It's just like a snake farm. Okay. Uh-huh.
Who told him that was profitable?
I mean, it's Robin Lehner. I'm not gonna like dog him too much for it.
I will absolutely dog him too much for it. You know why? Because it's a dumb financial decision.
I love this reply to Sin Bin Vegas. It's a meme with Robin's face on it. It says, "I'm never gonna financially recover from this."
One appearance on Shark Tank could have set him straight. One face-to-face meeting with Mark Cuban and he would have been done for.
Friend on Discord. Wasn't Lehner the one whose snake got into Mark Stone's pool? Or are there multiple Golden Knights in the reptile business? Okay, good quote to note. Man mentioned, Ben Rennick, was murdered in June 2017 by his wife Lindley, who was subsequently found guilty of the charges and sentenced to 16 years in prison. According to KMIZ, following Rennick's death, a lawsuit was filed against Lehner in 2018 after he stopped making payments for the snakes. At some point after Ben's death, he said the snakes began breeding amongst one another in an unsupervised, uncontrolled manner. That caused the collection of snakes to lose value. So I guess it was like this, he bought this rare snake farm stock.
Yeah, and they just got a bunch of horny snakes and suddenly they just lost their value.
I guess. Could be higher demand for purebred snakes. If you're going to invest in something like this and be eccentric like this, be smart about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from a guy that, like, we love Robin Lehner.
I do. I'm still very much of the belief that he is someone that the Blue Jackets should look at.
He's a great goalie.
Really good goalie, yeah.
A sensible person.
Yeah, a very good story in hockey, I believe.
Sensible person, at least up to this point, for the most part.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, he's one of those players that actually actively calls out the league for bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's a great story.
Yep.
Because he comes out as a backup in Buffalo. He's not getting playing time. His mental health is deteriorating. His team's bad, and he's just not getting...
he was the starter in Buffalo.
Was he the starter for a while?
Because they traded a whole bunch to get him. Because,
that's right.
I can't remember his name, but he was the GM, and they got someone from Ottawa, went to Buffalo to be the GM, traded for Lehner because Lehner was his guy. He was the starter. He actually had pretty good numbers in Buffalo, but the team sucked. It was miserable in Buffalo.
Right, and that
mental health deteriorated. He started to drink.
He's a huge advocate for the mental health stuff, which is
and then he
what
went
we
to
need.
The Islanders on a 1-year deal and turned his career around. Went to the Blackhawks, had success, then was traded to the Knights. Obviously, signed that extension. He's been a very good goalie the last few years.
Has been out all year due to back issues.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a shame with the payday, right?
Yeah.
Because like we know Vegas is on the hook for so much LTIR, and he's just part of that now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, we love Robin Lehner. He's a great story, a great personality to have in hockey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's someone that will like he's someone that actively calls out bullshit, and he's sensible, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's actually like under the radar hilarious.
Yes.
I don't know. And it's just like a snake farm. Huh? All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. To be honest with you,
It sounds very Robin Lehner.
it does.
Does it not? Oh man. Really, you're gonna follow up with the same firm that was sued by Evander Kane. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
There's something that's so funny about that to me.
Woo boy, we are in the dog days, over halfway through the year.